Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. mjfeldy here with another LEGO set review video. Today I have a very special LEGO set to review for you guys. It is the Ultimate Collector Series Super Star Destroyer. It was released in 2011 and has the set number of 10211, comes with 3,152 pieces, and is recommended for ages 16 and up. If you were going to buy this set 10 years ago, it would have cost you $400, but if you want to pick this set up now, it's going to set you back about $1,000 if you want it sealed in the box. This set is not very cheap nowadays on the secondhand market, and I was very fortunate to get this set from a friend of mine for a pretty reasonable price who was actually selling some of his LEGO collection. This means that unfortunately I do not have the box for this set, but I already have it built, so let's get right into the review. First things first, this set comes with a total of 5 minifigures, which is pretty good for a UCS set. First up is Darth Vader, who has a pretty good looking torso print, and he also has the older style Darth Vader helmet, which I personally like a lot more than the newer one. Underneath the helmet is a gray face with several burn marks from his battle with Obi-Wan on Mustafar. He also has a black cape and is armed with his red lightsaber. Here is Admiral Piet, and he actually has the same face print as Severus Snape from the Harry Potter sets, which is kind of funny. And he just has a simple Imperial officer torso complemented with his dark gray hat. Next is Dengar, and I really like the look of this guy. He's got some great torso printing that looks all rusted, and his face print looks amazing with all of the white bandages, and he has a white bandana on top of his head. If we take off his little backpack, he has some more printing on the back of his torso as well, and he is equipped with a long rifle. Here is IG-88, who looks very similar to IG-11 from The Mandalorian, but he just has a simple battle droid body with a printed cylinder piece for his face area, which works pretty well, and he is also armed with 2 blasters. Our last figure here is Bosk, and the head mold on this guy looks super good. And he's got a nice yellow suit on with some printing there on the torso, and there's also some printing on the back. Overall, I love this figure. LEGO did a great job of recreating this character in LEGO form, and I also forgot to mention that he is armed with a blaster rifle. Now that we've taken a look at the minifigs, let's take a more in-depth look at the Super Star Destroyer. So first is the miniature Imperial Star Destroyer here on the side of the ship that is used as a reference to the scale that the Super Star Destroyer is built to, and just to put into perspective how massive the Super Star Destroyer is compared to a regular Star Destroyer. The build of this mini Star Destroyer is pretty simple, but it works really well and looks good next to the Super Star Destroyer. Now, as usual, I'll just start at the front of the ship and work my way backwards. So the angle of the entire ship is accomplished using these long 3x12 wedge plates, and there is barely any gap between the top plates at the very front of the Star Destroyer, but the gap just continues to get bigger and bigger as it goes along, and it's a pretty significant gap. It's almost a half an inch gap in some places. Also, at some angles, you can see some of the red pieces used in the internal structure of the ship, which is kind of annoying, but it's not a super big deal. The right and left sides of the ship are smoothed off more than the other parts of the Star Destroyer using these massive 6x12 tile plates, which is nice to break up the tiled and studded areas of the model. There's an identical strip of greebling on either side of the ship that is 1 stud thick, and it gets pretty repetitive while building it because it's the same pattern over and over, but it looks good and is effective in adding to the detail of the Star Destroyer with a lot of clip and grill pieces in particular. Now the center of the ship has a lot going on here with tons of greebling and detail, which looks incredible. There's a lot of clip pieces, modified plates, grills, and slopes, both in dark bluish gray and light bluish gray to add to the texturing of the middle section. And of course there is a very small bridge here at the top of the Star Destroyer made with just a 1x3 plate with 2 studs on either side of it. There is one section of interior in the Star Destroyer that you can access by simply lifting up on this middle section of greebling. Inside there are some stickers representing the main doors to enter the bridge, and there are 2 control center areas with lots of sticker detailing for the computers and control panels. These two areas are divided by this 2 stud wide strip that leads to the iconic bridge window, and I do apologize that since I got this set used from one of my friends, some of the stickers are missing or peeling off, but these couple of slope bricks here are supposed to have some stickers resembling the bridge window on them, but unfortunately those were missing when I got the set. There's a decent amount of space in the bridge where you can reenact the scene from Empire Strikes Back where Vader tells all of the bounty hunters to capture Luke Skywalker. I also forgot to mention that there is a printed hologram of Darth Sidious, which is a really cool addition. Closing up the interior, I really like how well integrated this section is. You can't even tell that it's meant to be taken off or anything, so good job to LEGO for that. Now, the back of the ship sort of angles upward, and once again, there's a small gap where each plate meets up in the middle, but it's not as significant of a gap as in the front of the ship. Underneath the ship, there are a total of 13 engines, which look really accurate, and actually, in this part of the Star Destroyer, LEGO used a really cool technique to get the studs facing downward. Underneath the rest of the ship, it's pretty plain with only the underside of plates showing, but you don't really see that side of the ship that much anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The set comes with 2 black stands to rest the Super Star Destroyer on that look very elegant, and on the furthest one to the front, there is an information plaque with all of the technical information about the Executor class Super Star Destroyer with a blue graphic of the ship in the background. Overall, I absolutely love this set, and I'm so excited to have it in my LEGO set collection. The set is pretty rare and expensive nowadays, and even though it's 10 years old now, it still holds up to today's LEGO set standards and is just such an impressive model to have on display. Thank you guys for watching today's video. There are many more reviews like this to come, so please like and subscribe, and stay tuned to my channel for future LEGO content. See you guys later.